Hello everybody, and welcome to Inside the Zone with Mateo. Yes, boys. It's another day, another show. Inside the Zone with Mateo starts right now. Everybody! That is right. Inside the Zone with Mateo, September 25th, 2025. And we got a loaded show for y'all today. It's our weekly NFL show where there's the batting order presented by To Be Determined. If y'all want to present this, sponsor this batting order, let me know. Send me a comment in one of my videos. Send me an email. Contact me via one of the Google Forms in my bio of my channel, and we'll try to work something out. Because hey, I could say, and this is Inside the Zone with Mateo, and today we're gonna look at Inside the Zone with Mateo's batting order presented by you. I could say that you could get free advertising. Let me know. I won't even charge you. Maybe I won't even charge you. Maybe. So hey, just let me know. Then maybe we'll start advertising. Then I'll start paying you once I hit maybe 100 subscribers. We just hit 10 subscribers. We just got 3 more subscribers in like 3 days. Thank you to those new subscribers. But let's dive right in. Now I do wanna say something. I do have a little bit of a sore throat. So I'm going to be trying to make this as short as possible because I do have a soccer game in about an hour or two. And I just need to save my voice for that. So I'm going to try to save this to be short, but still everything you guys want here on NFL Thursday. The week starts here, Thursday Night Football tonight. It's going to be an interesting game tonight. But as we look at the batting order, we're going to be doing 3 things. Our normal 3 things on our weekly NFL episode. Every Thursday during the NFL season, we will recap the previous week. We'll see how I did with my predictions of last week, hold myself accountable. I will then make my week 4 picks, and we will look ahead to week 4 to see who's playing tonight, who's playing Sunday, who's playing Monday. And then I will give you a little bit of fantasy advice of what I'm thinking of this week, and we'll take a look at my leagues, my 2 leagues that we're covering during the podcast, my Friends League on ESPN and my Family League on Yahoo Sports. I think I will be switching over to ESPN full-time next year. I really like ESPN's format way better than everything else, but we will wait and see that is next year. But we're going to focus on right here, right now, week 3 recap. What the heck happened? Because there was some crazy stuff that happened last week. As you can see here, I'm holding myself accountable right away. These are who all I had picked to win the games. As you can see, it wasn't as good. We had been coming in with an 81% completion percentage coming into week number 3. We were cooking. We were like 15-2, 14-3 or something like that with the 2 weeks. We go 10-6 this week. We still are above 500, but we missed on a couple of games. As I look, one of the things, Sunday Night Football, I don't know why I picked the Giants. Hey, the Giants had that game. The Giants could have easily won that game. They just have Russell Wilson as their quarterback. I'm going to be interested to see Jackson Dart this week. That will be something we will talk about in a second. Obviously, the Packers should have won that game against the Browns. That's a tough one for me to lose for my predictions. I don't know what the heck happened to the Falcons. I don't know what the heck happened to the Texans. The Broncos again. Dude, I had the Broncos on upset alert to upset the Chargers. They almost did, but this week was just such a weird week with all those blocked field goals. Blocked field goals, special teams, that's all really the story of week 3 of the NFL in the 2025 NFL season. The Cowboys, I thought they would win. They just look awful now. They lose. They didn't have Sedarius Lamb, but still, that you have George Pickens, Dak Prescott. Please pass for a couple touchdowns. That defense looks awful, and they lose to the Bears, who that's saying something about your team right there. And then, boys, I'm so glad. I picked the Lions. So glad I picked the Lions because the Ravens look awful. Oh, and by the way, I did forget one thing. How did I forget this? How the heck did I forget this? We have to add in my power rankings. Power rankings week 4. My week 4 power rankings. I completely forgot about that. Don't know why the formatting's all weird, but it is what it is. We will also be doing my power rankings. That's one of the bigger things on that people look forward to on NFL Thursdays with Inside the Zone with Mateo. But yeah, I'm just kind of giving you my initial thought here of week 3. We're not going to dive too much into it because I'm guessing y'all have been invested into it. You know what's happening. We're looking. We know the storylines. You're probably watching ESPN. You're probably doing it all like that. So I'm not gonna spend too much time, especially since I do have a little bit of a sore throat. But yeah. The Saints look awful. I mean, they get blown out by Sam Darnold. I don't know. The Bengals, is their season over? Maybe. Maybe their season is over. We will talk about that in the power rankings. As I say, a lot of the things I talk about, power rankings, is kind of where I also debrief about that team, about that week. It's just easier for me to kind of talk about it then right there. The 49ers, surprisingly, are 3-0. One of the few teams that are 3-0, and they have really injured. I mean, Nick Bosa's gone. If you haven't heard that, he's done for the year. Bro, that team, I feel bad so much for that team. I feel bad for the Vikings, but like, man, oh man, I feel bad for the Bengals losing Joe Burrow and the 49ers. Literally, they're just like CMC was hurt all last year, so they were saying, okay, he's back, he's been healthy, he's been candidate for comeback player of the year, which I did predict. So let's see if that happens. Right now, I think that's what happens. But then they lose all their other key guys. It's like, come on, 49ers. You're so close. They were in the Super Bowl just a couple years ago. And then Purdy gets hurt. Kittle gets hurt. Bosa gets hurt. It's kind of depressing if you're a 49er fan. So, sorry about that, 49ers fans. But yeah, I mean, I could rant around the Ravens. I will rant about them in the power rankings. They were a Super Bowl contender last week. They've been a Super Bowl contender every single power ranking I've done this season. I'm going to tell you, they are not a Super Bowl contender anymore because they cannot win the games that matter. Derrick Henry, my word, 3 straight games with a fumble that has cost them either the game or a huge moment in that game. Derrick Henry, please lock in. Otherwise, you might be washed. And I don't want to say that about Derrick Henry, who's a very good running back, but he might be washed. So, yeah, I think that's all we're going to have to say. Except one more thing. Isaiah Rodgers. Isaiah frickin' Rodgers for your Minnesota Vikings, the Skull Vikings, who are in Dublin right now. Isaiah Rodgers, what the heck are you doing? He looked totally amazing. He had 2 touchdowns. He had more touchdowns than some other people. He had more touchdowns than Derrick Henry. That was crazy. That Vikings defense literally won me a game in fantasy football. They got me like 30 points in ESPN fantasy, bro. They were cooking with gas against the Jake Browning and Jamar Chase and those Bengals, who they look awful. And we'll talk about them in the power rankings as well. But yeah, we're gonna hold myself accountable. So as I said, this is what we're holding myself accountable to. 10-6 this year. And now it drops me down to a 75% completion percentage on my picks. My accuracy is not... I mean, it's still there, but it could be better. It dropped 6% from last week. I believe I'm at... Out of the 48 possible matchups... Why do I have a feeling that's such a bad math? I don't know if I can actually do this. Hold on. My screen's going to freak out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to go here. I call them little games. It's kind of funny. But yeah, 36 out of 48 games. Really? There's been 48 games already? That's kind of crazy. 75%. See? And then here's my actual scores that hold on. 16 each week. 16 times 3 is 48, right? Yeah. 16 times 3 is 48. Yeah, I do math right. I did the math correctly. So, yeah. 75% completion percentage is darn pretty freaking good. Sorry, guys. My screen is, like, messing up now. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I... Oh, boy. It's okay, boys. It's Thursday. We're all hyped. We're hyped for the NFL Week 4 to begin. Crazy, dude. We're almost a month into football. After Monday, we're gonna be a month in, bro. It's the end of September. It's October on Wednesday. It's literally October on Wednesday. Where did September go? That's crazy, boys. We're on almost, dude. That's crazy. Hold on, I'm doing math. We're about a fourth of the way through the NFL season already. That is absolutely crazy. But yeah, as I say, holding myself accountable. I like to do that. So y'all don't criticize me and say, hey, he just makes random predictions. No, I hold myself accountable. I hold myself accountable for Shurzy. And I will do that for every prediction I make. As you saw on that sheet, whether it's predicting games, predicting playoffs, predicting awards. Bro, I still have all my awards here. Like, look, here my playoff picture, bro. I can't believe I have the Ravens at the first seed, bro. I don't know about that, bro. I have the Ravens going into the Super Bowl to play the Eagles, bro. They can't win the big games, bro. I can't believe dude. Like, this is just like a look, bro. This is look at what I was thinking. Like, MVP, like, Lamar's not going to be MVP with this, like... There's comeback player of the year. Like, see, look, I still have these predictions. Dude, I had Baltimore going 13-4. They're like 1-2, right? Yeah, this is crazy. But like, I'm telling you guys, I hold myself accountable in almost every single category. Just, because why not? Why not? See, I like statistics a lot. And so I like to find the statistics, see what that... Dude, we're going to be holding myself accountable. I don't think I made a video on my MLB predictions, but I had a whole standings predictions. That's going to be so fun. I haven't looked at it since, like, the All-Star break. And let's just say it could get very ugly very fast because the MLB season, though, boys, is ending in just 4 days. We got today, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and then the MLB season is over. Off day on Monday, and then Tuesday, the wild card series begin. It's MLB playoffs time, boys. We are so hyped. And if y'all did not check out my post sections, which I tell you, check out them at least once a week. I posted them my schedule for like the next 3 weeks. Monday, we're going to have a show. It's going to be an insane show because we're going to be recapping the Twins season and thinking about who on this roster right now is going to be on the roster in 2026. It should be a fun episode there. And then Tuesday, I will be giving you my playoff preview for the MLB and all my picks. Who do I have winning the World Series this October? Well, y'all just have to wait until either Monday or Tuesday. Both of those episodes are either one Monday, one Tuesday. I don't remember which one I had. I think Twins is Monday and then playoffs is Tuesday because the playoffs start on Tuesday. But yeah, it's gonna be a great week. And then we got NHL season starting soon. We're going to have my NHL and NBA fantasy drafts. I will film those. And then we'll have more fantasy to check in. Those are going to be fun. And, yeah. So it's going to be fun to do that. It's a crazy time, though. Because now we're in that time of year. The NHL season and the NBA season are just around the corner. The MLB playoffs are just around the corner. The NFL season is getting right underway. We're already a fourth of the way through the NFL season. This is the favorite time to be a sports fan. It's the best time to be a sports fan. Let's lock it in and let's go to our Week 4 preview before I give you my Week 4 power rankings here on Inside the Zone with Mateo. Week 4 preview, boys. We're heading back over to NFLPerry.com. They got games, they got pick'ems, everything, and they're all free. No gambling or anything, just for fun. I don't know why they don't update my standings. You do have to make an account. It's a free account. Like, It's a login, bro. It's just like put your email, put a password, and you're in, bro. It's pretty free and pretty fun. But as you can see, the Minnesota Skull Vikings are in Dublin this week. And then week 5, they're in London against the Browns. But we're going to first start off with the game tonight, which should be an interesting game. Sam Darnold against Kyler Murray from Glendale, Arizona. And I'm not going to talk much about this game, but I will pull up the NFL standings because I do think these are things to take a peek at. I don't know why I didn't have them up already. Because there are only a couple. I'm literally going here the entire league because the Arizona Cardinals are 2-1. The Seattle Seahawks are 2-1. We should just go by division. I don't know why I did league. As you can see, there aren't that many teams 3-0. That's because I wanted to. No, that's for power rankings. Who's 3-0? My bad. Sorry guys, I'm locking in. But both of these teams are 2-1. I mean this division right now is pretty competitive. 3-0 Niners and then 2-1 everybody else. The Cardinals have looked pretty good. The Seahawks have looked pretty good. Both teams have looked good. It should be a fun game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it should be a fun Thursday night football game. Who do I give this one to? I'm going to give it to the Cardinals. Sam Darnold's going to lose. I don't think Sam Darnold can win the big primetime games. But if he does, congratulations to him. I think they're coming off a pretty easy game against the Saints. The Cardinals just barely lost to the Niners with Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones, hot take, it might be better than Sam Darnold, but it is what it is. And then the Vikings, obviously, I'm going to give them the dub. They're almost undefeated, I believe, in international games. They just love playing in the international. They have such a good international fan base. They're going to take care of Aaron Rodgers, who hasn't looked very good. And I'm telling you, spoiler alert, they're going to probably take care of the Browns in London as well. They are going to be 4-1 heading into the bye week, which is good because that schedule is going to be literally insane after the bye week. Sunday early slate. You got the Commanders and the Falcons. Now, Marcus Mariota or Jaden Daniels could start that game depending on injuries. Terry Scary might not play, but the Falcons put up 0 points against the Panthers. Give me the Washington Commanders. And oh my goodness, bro, this might be the easiest game to predict literally in the entire year. You got the Buffalo Bills at home against the New Orleans Saints, and give me the Bills. Like, that might be a 40-point game. Then another pretty easy game. I know people are saying the Browns have a good defense. They beat the Packers. But give me the Lions. I think the Lions are back to a top 5 team in the NFL. They look pretty darn good after they kind of tore up Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, who, have an interesting game against the Chiefs this Sunday. The next game, are they both 0-3? Panthers are 1-2, and they're both 1-2. Okay, when did the Patriots win? I don't remember. Did they win that? No. Yes, they did. They did win last week. No, they didn't. I don't know. At home, the Patriots give me the Carolina Panthers. I really don't like Drake May right now. Drake May just looks very uncomfortable. I mean, Bryce Young looks uncomfortable. But get Ted McMillan going. Get Chuba Hubbard going. Give me the Panthers to win on the road. That's an iffy game. I don't really know about that. Okay, and then here's the thing we wanted to talk about. Jackson Dart making his NFL debut against the Chargers at home. The Chargers are pretty darn good. Give me the Chargers. Give me the Eagles over Baker Mayfield. I don't think Baker Mayfield's going to be I think if it's a close game, Baker Mayfield will not be able to lead his team to a victory like he's done it the last 3 weeks. I think the Eagles and Saquon are going to have an amazing game this week. The Eagles are going to be 4-0. I could see the upset. I won't put them on upset alert, but I will say, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs pull out with a close win. And then you got a team, bro. This game is so bad. 2 0-3 teams. The Texans look awful. The Titans look semi-awful. Give me the Titans to upset the Texans, who C.J. Stroud is going to lose to Cam Ward. C.J. Stroud's career might be over. I don't care. The Texans look awful. Give me the Titans to get their first dub of the season with Cameron Ward. And then, boys, the games start to heat up because we've got Indiana Jones against Puka Nacua. This is the Colts' first major test, playing a very darn good team. Does Daniel Jones say, hey, I am that guy. I'm going to lead my team. Imagine the Colts go 4-0 and they beat the Rams. Well, I'm going to tell you that is exactly what is going to happen. The best offense in the league right now by yards and touchdowns are the Colts. Give me the Colts. They're going to upset the Rams in Los Angeles. And Daniel Jones might just win MVP, as the Colts are going to be 4-0 at the end of this week. But obviously, I will say, this could go the complete opposite way. The Rams could absolutely blow out the Colts, and Daniel Jones could be back to himself. But I'm saying, I'm riding on Indiana Jones right now. And then, this is an interesting game. The Jaguars and the 49ers. I think the 49ers have one of the easiest schedules, and so they're getting blessed by that schedule that even if they have all these injuries, I still think they end up 4-0, and this is absolutely crazy that the Niners are 4-0 with all these injuries. Purdy might come back, which could be interesting. But, hey, Mac Jones looks pretty good, darn, too. Yeah, I'm going to take the 49ers in this one. I'm going to skip on this one for a second, go to the Bears and the Raiders, and I just don't know. These two teams had a lot of potential. They had a lot of potential going into the season. Ashton Jeanty just doesn't look like he has an offensive line. Geno Smith is just throwing too many interceptions. Brock Bowers isn't doing anything. I'm confused. But then Caleb Williams looks confused at all times. And I just don't know. With that one I didn't know, I gave it to the away team with the Panthers and the Patriots. I'm going to give it to the home team. Give me the Raiders, I guess. I'm just going to take a shot, a 50-50 ball there. I literally have no idea who's going to win that game, but I do know who's going to win in the Sunday night football game. Give me the Packers. The Micah Parsons, I'm calling this right now. Micah Parsons is going to have at least 3 sacks on Dak Prescott. It's going to be insane, and it's in Dallas to make things worse. Jerry Jones, you might want to lock yourself in your house or wherever you live, in a penthouse or whatever. Lock yourself up because the fans are going to be they're going to be mad at you because Parsons is going to show you why he's a superstar, why you should have paid him. Jerry Jones, be prepared for Sunday Night Football. I would not be in the stadium if I were you, but you know he's going to be there. You know he's going to say, I think it's the best for the franchise to let a franchise player go. You know he's going to say that. But yeah, congratulations to him. We have 2 Monday Night Football games. I completely forgot about that. And that's a very good thing there is because because that first game, the Jets and the Dolphins looks awful. I mean, to be honest, this next game is pretty awful too. Give me the Broncos. Give me this could be interesting. No. The Dolphins. Do I pick against the Dolphins? Give me the Dolphins. I don't think if they lose, Mike McDaniels will be gone if they lose to the Jets. I don't think they're going 0-4. I think they're going to get their first dub of the season. And then that all leads to probably America's Game of the Week on Fox with Tom Brady calling the game, most likely, the Ravens and the Chiefs. And both of these teams, I am so confused with. Chiefs. It's in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. That is it for either team. Ravens have a little better of a defense, but Derrick Henry would have been the deciding factor. I would have given this would have been an easy pick if Derrick Henry had not fumbled the ball in 3 straight games, causing them to lose 2 of those games. Ravens cannot win these close games. Guess who's coming back? Xavier Worthy's coming back. Might not play every snap, but he's still going to be in there. I don't care if Travis Kelce looks washed. Mahomes is showing why he is one of the greatest of all time. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs to win against the Ravens, and I think the Ravens season just plummeted. There are my picks for Week 4. There's some controversial picks in there, as always. And there's kind of my little preview as well for Week 4, which means we're going over to probably one of my most favorite segments of the show of the week is my power rankings. I love doing power rankings. We are going to do the power rankings in 3, 2, 1, boom! Yes! There we go. On the right of your screen, you can see my power rankings from last week. Also, I added this new feature starting, I think, week 2. So 2 weeks ago, I went from 1 to 32. I said the Ravens were the second best team in the NFL. Let's see what I decide now. Starting off with the Saints, and the Saints are still in number 1 pick contention. Are the Dolphins still in number 1 pick contention? Yes, they are. I'm going to place them ahead just because they have Tyreek Hill. That's one of the major reasons. Then you've got the Ravens. The Ravens were a Super Bowl favorite. One of the top 2 teams in the league, they are no longer a Super Bowl contender. They are going to drop. I'm not going to drop them all the way up to a potential wildcard team. I'm going to put them in a playoff team tier list, and I think they might stay here the rest of the season. Then you got the Bengals. Without Joe Burrow, they look awful. The Vikings, who I don't think are that very, I'm a Vikings fan. Yeah, they're good, but there's something like if you lose to the Falcons, it's like you're kind of a mediocre team. We got to figure it out. Bengals, you were a missing playoff team. Now without Joe Burrow, you're young. You're mediocre. You might be one of the worst teams in the league. I'm going to say mediocre. I'm just going to drop you one more because I don't think you're young, because you're not that young. You're awful. But you're not number 1 pick contention, if you know what I mean. So that's where I'm going to put the Bengals. So already 2 major drops we've seen. The Broncos. Now the Broncos almost beat the Chargers, and the Chargers are going to be pretty high on my list. The Broncos are going to be a playoff team. That's all I'm going to say. The Giants. Man, they had young but intriguing last week, and I'm going to say, well, they are young. They got younger, adding Jackson Dart. I'm going to keep them there, but I'm going to tell you they're not going to be almost at the mediocre at best. I think they're going to be closer down to the end of the list than the top of the list. Then you got the Rams. The Rams are 2-1. They look pretty good. I had them as a Super Bowl contender last week. I'm going to drop them, though. I don't feel like they could. There's just something about the Rams that I feel like they're just a playoff team. I don't think they can win right now. They're dropping 1. They had an interesting performance last week, and I'm just going to put them to a playoff team now. But they're for sure ahead of those 2 teams, the Ravens and the Broncos. Then you got the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers, give me Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's proving to be one of the best quarterbacks right now in the NFL. He's MVP. Emeka Egbuka is literally insane. Their defense is pretty good. I mean, yeah, you almost lost to the Jets, which I was saying, I could drop them because they almost lost to the Jets, but they're 3-0. They're pretty darn good. And we're going to see how they play against the Eagles this week. I believe they are playing the Eagles. I'm almost positive they're playing the Eagles. They're a Super Bowl contender now, and I think they might stay there even if they do lose to the Eagles. If they lose within 7 points of the Eagles, they were going to stay there, I think. Now, if they win, they might jump up. But if they lose more than 10 points, we might be dropping them back to a playoff team. That's how I'm thinking this. A team that's pretty locked in, though, now into one of the top 5, as I said, is the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are now back to the Super Bowl favorites. Super Bowl favorites. They look... Okay. I want to put them there. The problem is, I don't think I can make that big of a jump. I just had second guessing right now. I'm going to keep them right ahead of the Buccaneers. They look amazing. Give me one more week, though, to make sure I know they're playing the Browns, but I just want to make sure I'm making the right decision. Then you got the Bears. My goodness. They beat the Cowboys. They're just going to be young but intriguing. They drop down even if they beat the Cowboys. I just don't like them. I just don't like them at all. The 49ers. Yep, I said mediocre at best last week, but this is why I wanted to bring in the standings. Because I'm going to show you the league standings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams at 3-0. 49ers are one of them. There's 3 teams from each conference. That has to say something. I know they have an easy schedule. But the 49ers are not a playoff team right now. The Eagles, still one of the best teams in the league. They showed they can come from behind against a pretty good team against the Rams. They're still a Super Bowl favorite for me. They're still probably one of the best teams in the league. Then you've got the Raiders. The Raiders were a potential wildcard team. They're going to drop. I'm going to say they're going to just miss the playoff just because Geno Smith is kind of inconsistent, and I just can't figure him out right now. I feel like this team could keep jumping up and forth between missing the playoff and playoff teams unless they take a dramatic fall, and then I'd put them at young but intriguing. The Green Bay Packers were a Super Bowl favorite last week. And even though they did lose to the Browns, they only put up 10 points against the Browns. That offense scares me a little bit. I'm going to put them just ahead behind the Detroit Lions. This week opened my eyes and said there aren't that many Super Bowl favorites. There's contenders, but favorites are a different thing. Green Bay takes a little step back. The Commanders, without Jaden, without Terry, they still beat the Raiders. So they're going to stay as a Super Bowl contender. And I'm going to put them in between the Packers and the Buccaneers. The Cardinals, 2-1. And I'm going to put them at a potential wildcard team. I think they're potential. They were at mediocre. They're potential now. They're a potential wild card. They could slip in at the last moment, maybe. The Steelers, yeah, they won, but they're going to miss the playoffs. I'm going to keep them where I had them last week. The Bills, I don't know how they keep on doing it, but yeah, they almost lost, but they didn't almost lose to the Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. They're going to be my second and last Super Bowl favorite team in the league. The Atlanta Falcons. Scored 0 points against the Panthers, who I had it young but intriguing. The Falcons are going to miss the playoffs. Then you got the Seahawks, and they're right in the same boat as the person they're playing tonight in Glendale. They're the same. As I see the Cardinals and the Seahawks the exact same, so they're both potential wildcard teams. I could see them all slipping in. And you could see now that whole NFC West is kind of like anybody could win that, which is kind of crazy. Then you got the Patriots, who I just don't know. We're going to say young but intriguing. Because you do have the young quarterback, you have some younger players, but where's Stephon Diggs? You paid him the money. He's not doing anything. The defense looks weird, and sorry, Patriots. You go from missing the playoff, you jump down 2 spots. Then you got the Browns, who, man, they beat the Packers, but I'm going to still put them at number 1 pick contention ahead, though, of those 2 teams because they do have a win. And I'm going to put them ahead of this next team. The Texans look awful. The Texans are now number 1 pick contention. They look completely awful. Then you got the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, who are right back in it. They're not 0-3. They're 1-2. And I don't think they're going to win the division. I think the Chargers now have won the division. but I will give them a potential wild card. I had them missing the playoffs. I'm going to have them jump up a spot. Congratulations. You're ahead of the Raiders now. Then you got the Dallas Cowboys, who lose to the Chicago Bears, who are young but intriguing. You're not young, but you're going to be mediocre at best. But I get this. Mediocre at best is for like the older teams in the NFL, and then young but intriguing is for the young teams. This is like the same category, just divided into two subcategories. So that's what, just a clarifying on that. I do think the Cowboys on a good day with CeeDee Lamb could beat those three teams. That's just my opinion. Then you got the Chargers. So I said we're probably going to win the division, and I'm going to put them ahead of those two teams, put them right in the smack middle. I think it could be an interesting game again. I would want to see Ravens-Chargers in a playoff game. I think that could be an interesting game. Then you got the Jets, who they have a young team. They don't have Justin Fields anymore. They have Tyrod Taylor. They almost beat the Super Bowl contender, but they didn't. They're young but intriguing. Let me rearrange some of this quick here. So the Giants did well against the Chiefs. I think we could keep them, though, but the Bears won, so they probably should be ahead. Yeah, okay, that's how I'll arrange it. We got like 5 teams left. We got the Panthers, who are young but intriguing. They won. They put up 30 points. Give me them ahead right there in the middle, smack middle of those other young but intriguing teams. Kind of the same thing with the Titans. I'm going to put the Titans ahead of the Jets and the Patriots, but behind the Bears, Giants, and Panthers. I'm going to skip the Colts because I really think they're the most interesting team. We're going to put the Jaguars at, I think they'll be mediocre at best. I think they're an interesting team right there. I don't exactly know. I think around like week 6, 7, or 8, we'll get to know where the Jaguars are going to be. Then we got the Indianapolis Colts, who I think are going to be for sure a playoff team. Give me them. Oh, right in the smack darn middle. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are at my 10 spot right there in the NFL. And then the Minnesota Vikings. My Minnesota Vikings, who do I have them at? I had them at missing the playoff team. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I had them at 17th. They're not top 10. But I think they're going to make the playoffs. Maybe. As a potential wild card team. They're going to jump up a spot. Carson Wentz looks better. Give me them just ahead of those 3 teams. The Chiefs, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals being 11, 12, 13th in the NFL according to my power rankings. And there are my week 4 power rankings. Let me save it. Let me download it. Did it download? Nope. Hold on. Download image. There we go. It downloaded. I'm going to pull it up right there, boys. There it is. Week 4 power rankings. Boom, boys. That is what we like to see, so I can, yeah. There we go. There's my week 4 power rankings. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And now that leads to our last part of the show. It's going to be my fantasy advice and kind of recap and stuff about all that stuff. Get rid of that. And here we go. So here's my Purple People Eaters. Boys, that's my team. I'm 2-1. I won last week against humblest team alive. It was a crazy game. But as you can see, maybe. I made some moves. I made some crazy moves. I was having fun this week in the waiver wire, and I made some trades. We're going to look at some of these. I was going crazy today. I don't know why. I just decided, I had a bunch of bench players that I didn't want, so I traded them for more bench players. As you can see, I've made 3 trades, and I've acquired 4 players. I want to see the actual like the actual transition. There we go. Okay. So, as you can see. Oh, here's the power ranking, boys. Look at the fantasy football power rankings. So, Magnificent Mickey drops down from 1 all the way down to 5. I go from 5 to 3. Zach's honorable team goes from 7 to 1. That's a big jump. Malachi's team goes to 10 to 6. Jordan stays at 9. 8 to 7 for insert name here, who I'm playing this week. A couple teams drop. Banana Tree goes from 4 to the worst team in the league. Obviously, the top, I believe, 6 teams make the playoffs, so that means I would be the 5th seed, and I would make the playoffs. Every other team that doesn't have a winning record would be missing the playoffs, which is just something to note. The only undefeated team is Zach's honorable team, who I believe I lost to a couple weeks ago. We got some breaking news out of the NBA. Quick. It's not that breaking news, but the NBA has been releasing their top 10 players. And I believe Anthony Edwards, they put in the top 10. I think I just got that notification correct. Oh, let's see if they pull it. Oh, whoa. I don't need it full screen. I just need it there we go. Thank you. That's all good. That's all I need. So while that loads, I'll talk about a little bit more of these standings. But yeah, I mean, a bunch of 2-1 teams, and then 1-2, and some 0-3 teams, unfortunately. And then Zach's honorable team, yeah, 3-0. I don't know if we have an actual award or anything. I think this is just a fun league. I think same thing for my family league. We're just kind of having fun. I don't know why. There we go. Here we go. The top 10 players in the league. Let's see who they put at number 1. I bet SGA will probably be. Oh, it's coming Thursday. Oh, wait, no. Good. Oh, yeah, it's Thursday. Duh. Jalen Brunson, top 10. Interesting. I don't know if I would do that. He was 12th. Okay, cool. Kevin Durant is 9. LeBron is 8. Okay. Steph is 7. That's because it's age. He was 10th in 2024. Who was ahead of him? Okay, Wemby's, yes. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Then they have Jokic. Okay, they have Anthony Edwards over Stephen Curry, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant. These big old men. They have Edwards around. By almost every measure, Anthony Edwards got better last season. He led the league with 3-pointers made. He made, oh my goodness, 30? What? I thought it was like 32%. No, dang. 3-pointer percentage at 39.5%. Averaged 26 points. Yeah, I mean, he's crazy good. I love that. Anthony Edwards, congrats on making the top 10, top 6. I do think Wembanyama, I do think Giannis, I think SGA and Jokic are better. I would consider not putting Doncic at top 3. If anything, put Doncic at 5 and slide those big guys up, and then put Edwards at 6. But hey, congratulations to Anthony Edwards. You are definitely one of the best players in the league. Thank you, ESPN, for sending me that. That's kind of cool. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the NBA season as well. But we're talking football. We're talking fantasy. But yeah, I was wanting to say, so I traded, okay, it's kind of crazy. Let's see, can I filter by team? Because I kind of was going crazy this week. Can I filter by team? Yep, I can. Thank you. Purple People Eaters. Okay, so it all started, I got Daniel Jones. Yeah. So I traded Jared Goff and Marvin Harrison for Josh Jacobs because Banana Tree, well, he needed a quarterback because Joe Burrow got hurt, so he needed a quarterback. He didn't even have a backup, so I traded for him for Josh Jacobs. I know that's kind of a steal, but it does help him in the long term. Then I make another trade on Monday. I get rid of Hunter Henry and Tony Pollard, bro, for Tucker Kraft and Isaiah Pacheco, okay? I really just wanted Tucker Kraft. He just gave me Isaiah Pacheco because he didn't want to have to drop anyone or anything, which is all good. Then I dropped Pacheco. I dropped Tyrone Tracy, who's also not doing anything. And then I get Kenneth Gainwell and Alec Pierce. So this is now what my team looks like heading into week number 4. And I am 2-1. I'm 2-1 in both leagues. But Daniel Jones, Jordan Mason, Josh Jacobs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Quentin Johnson, Tucker Kraft, Ashton Jeanty, Vikings defense, and Cameron Dicker, the kicker. Then we got Jaden Daniels and Terry Scary, who are both questionable. I'm not going to start them. I just don't think they're going to play. I mean, Jaden might play, but I'm just not going to risk it. Like, okay. One thing is, I will check Saturday night. If he's going to play, I might start him just because they're playing Atlanta. But Atlanta's kind of crazy. I just want to keep Daniel. I'm keeping Indiana Jones in. I'm going to rock with him for another week. And then I did get Alex Pierce just because I wanted a better, just an option for people when they go on bye weeks. Like Adam Thielen, I don't think he's ever going to play. I'm just going to kind of keep him there just because I just don't want to get rid of him. I'm just going to keep him. Like, he's not going to do anything for the Vikings. But just to say that I have him on the team is kind of funny. And then Sam Laporta and Tucker Kraft are now going to be my guys I'm going to kind of be switching up between. I would say Tucker Kraft start this week because they are playing Dallas. Dallas's defense is awful. And I kind of similar with Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is hurting. Hurting me in my other league. Like, if you have somebody like that, try to pick up another guy because Brock Bowers is not doing what he's needing to do. And Sam Laporta, like, they have Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then they have Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. They have so many people to pass the ball that Laporta just doesn't get as targeted as much. I know they're playing the Cleveland, but still, I'd say start Tucker Kraft. If you have it between two tight ends and you're struggling, start Tucker Kraft because they are playing the Dallas defense. He's projected to get 12 points against the 15. Like, they're right in the middle against tight ends. I'm telling you, Tucker Kraft is more of like a wide receiver threat, kind of like Bowers, than other. He's more of a receiving tight end than a blocking tight end. And I really like Quentin Johnson. If you have him, start him. Start that Vikings defense against the Steelers. They're probably going to eat him up. Jordan Mason, since Aaron Jones is gone, start him for sure. Daniel Jones, I'd say, if you don't have a better option, start him. I just don't know about Jaden Daniels right now because he's hurt. And then similarly to the other team I have is Daniel Jones and Jaden Daniels, kind of same thing. Terry Scary again. I have pretty much a similar team. I have Josh Jacobs as well. I have this kind of similar teams to both. I'm starting Nakua. I'm starting A.J. Brown. You know, the guys. I'm going to start Bowers. My other guy is Hunter Henry. I know they're playing Carolina. He went off last week. But I'm just going to keep Bowers in for one more week. If he sells me one more week, then we might have to switch him up. Vikings defense, again, here, Will Reichard. I kind of built the teams kind of the same way just to see how well they did. And I'm both 2-1, so meaning they're pretty accurate. I'm projected to win by like 20 points, but I do think CeeDee Lamb is on that team. And we just haven't. Yeah, we haven't replaced him yet. So he'll probably put in, let me see who. He'll probably put in Ladd McConkey. Yeah, probably Ladd McConkey. Who he could be a threat, but the Chargers also have 3 good receivers. Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, and Ladd McConkey. Excuse me. So he might not get as many targets. So I think I should be good. I think I should win today. Unless, Jamar, it's like, I know it's the first overall pick, but like he's kind of been a bust. And Lamar, like he's going to do good. Jameer is going to do good. I don't know if TJ is going to do good. He's kind of been a dead guy. Like he hasn't done much. Steelers defense might get creamed by the Vikings this week. So, hey, this is going to be an interesting week. Matchup against Benjamino's Tees. Then my dad, the Stallions, are playing. They're both 1-2. Oh, so it's the 2-1 teams against the 1-2 teams. Cool. So, somebody's going to be 3-1, either me or Benjamino's team. And then somebody's going to be 1-3 between my dad and Joseph. And then And then 2 teams are going to be 2-2. Cool beans. That's kind of like there's not many things, like y'all can decide what y'all think, but I would say, there was one thing. Lamar Jackson, Bo Nix. He has Bo Nix and Lamar Jackson. They're playing Cincinnati. Bo Nix is playing Cincinnati. Their defense is not that good. You saw that when they played the Vikings. I would definitely consider starting Nix instead of Lamar Jackson. That is a hot take, but I would consider it. I would definitely consider it because the Bengals defense looks awful. Chiefs defense could get a couple turnovers, and I predicted the Chiefs to win. I just don't know. The Ravens is a very interesting story. We might do a whole show on the Ravens situation some other time. Let me know in the comments if you want an episode on like specific NFL teams. I did post a question in in the YouTube post. Please check that on a regular basis, because like I said, hey, give me short or long form video ideas, because I want to know what my viewers want to see, not just whatever I want to do. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do, but hey, I'll do what y'all want to do. So, hey, let me know it in comments or in that post, reply to that post. It's fun. It's fun to do what your viewers want to do. So, yeah, I got to remember to have them. Hey, fix CeeDee Lamb. I don't want to, because I do not want to win by cheating, as I'm projected to win by like 20-some points, and that could be CeeDee Lamb. So, it could be very much closer than it actually is. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today on Inside the Zone with Mateo. I hope y'all have a wonderful next rest of your day. Hope you'll enjoy the NFL season, and I'll see y'all boys on Monday for that Twins season review, I think. And then we got MLB playoffs starting up. It's going to be a fun next couple of weeks in the sports world. Boys, I'll see you next time here on Inside the Zone with Mateo. Thanks for watching.